Hey everybody, this is Ben J. Johnson here, back again with another movie review. Today I wanted to do another movie review because it's been almost a year since I made my last one, to be honest. It's mostly for a lot of things. Number one, I moved out of my mom's house all the way back in March, and I've been really caught up with living by myself, job struggles because I got my first job there as well. So yeah, I'm making money too. Um, I also bought a Chromebook with the intent of recording videos on this camera, and importing it using my Chromebook. But it turns out my Chromebook sucks, and I can't really upload anything there. I think for future reviews, for any reviews I do in the future, I'm gonna record them on my phone because that's my best bet for trying to make more content. Because, yeah, I wanted to keep doing movie reviews because I enjoy making them. So, yeah, I could talk to you guys about a lot of movies I saw between December and March. No, December and July as of now, right? I'm recording this. I could talk about Spider-Verse. I could talk about the Batman. I could talk about Spider-Man Far From No Way Home. I could talk about Batman. I could talk about Top Gun Maverick. I could talk about a lot of great movies I've seen. And I think I got a review for Boss Baby 2 and Jackass Forever saved on here, but I'll get around to uploading them eventually. So, but anyways, I want to talk to you guys about this one movie I saw in theaters. And I just got back from seeing it a second time the other day. And this movie is called Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. Now, this movie got me back to making reviews for a very specific reason. It's mostly because of its production, and yeah, this is a really real mouthful, but bear with me. Apparently, Paws of Fury is an animated film by Cinesite. I don't know the exact name of the company that was making it, but yeah, anyways. This movie was announced all the way back in 2010. It began production in the year 2014. It was planned to be released all the way back in 2017, but the company making it went bankrupt or something, and the film had to be put on hold for 3 years. And then finally in 2022, it gets released on the big screen in theaters. So yeah, that's okay. It was announced all the way back in 2010, 2014. Yeah, this film had a really lengthy development hell of 8 years. So yeah, that might be more interesting than the movie that I'm actually talking about because yeah. So yeah, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. Now, what is this movie about? Well, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank is about this village of cats. Now, they hate dogs, you see, and the entire village, the world in this film is overrun by this emperor, emperor cat played by Ricky Gervais, and he wants to get the town at the bottom of his palace gone because he wants to make it his palace a bigger palace. But here's the thing, though. The citizens are really hesitant on leaving because they have this samurai that helps protect them and all that stuff. So one day, the evil Emperor Cat, played by Ricky Gervais, by the way, he sends a dog, played by Michael Cera, to go down and be the samurai so the town's cat can lose faith in being a hero and finally leave the place once and for all. Unfortunately, the dog came to the cat world to become a samurai. So while he's in this village, he talks to this cat played by gets guidance from this cat played by Samuel L. Jackson. He's pretty funny, because Samuel Jackson never phones in anything. Anyways, most of the film is just Hank trying to get the town's cat's appreciation, learning from his master Jimbo, and facing hardships of Ikachu's army. Yeah, that's the name of the cat, Ikachu. The Samuel Jackson cat name is Jimbo, and the film, like I said, the film stars Michael Cera as Hank, Samuel Jackson as Jimbo, Hank's mentor. Michelle Yeoh is this one little girl's cat. I forgot the little girl's name. It has Mel Brooks as this Shogun cat, Ricky Gervais as the Ikachu, the warrior, the emperor who wants the village gone. And Gabriel Iglesias and Asif Mandev play villager cats, but they're not really in the film that much. you kind of just forget they're in there. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. Now, what's the film like? Well, to get one thing out of the way here first, just the reiteration, Paws of Fury: Legend of Hank. If you couldn't guess by now, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank is actually a family-friendly version of the Mel Brooks film Blazing Saddles. If you don't know what Blazing Saddles is, I've never seen it either, but apparently it was this really big, this raunchy, self-wall comedy about this cowboy who goes into a town of racist cowboys, and then he has to, like, earn their trust through, like, all these hardships and stuff, while facing a very similar villain as the Ikachu cat. So yeah, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank is essentially a family-friendly version of this raunchy Mel Brooks comedy. This is both the strength and a weakness of the film because, well, for one thing, it's kind of a weakness of Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank because Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank is trying to insist himself that it's this animated remake, but unfortunately, it doesn't have the humor or heart, or no, yeah, it doesn't have the humor or any of the clever comedy moments that the original Blazing Saddles had. It's restricted to being a kids movie and simply nothing else. Yeah, there's a lot of predictable tropes in this film. There's a couple scenes of fart. There's a couple fart scenes. Yeah, it's just a really safe and bland movie. I mean, it's not like Illumination standards, because yeah, I mean, Illumination movies are pretty safe, but this one does like the absolute bare minimum that whatever it's given. And speaking of Illumination, it's kind of saying when Illumination of all companies has better animation than this film. Cause I didn't really buy that the characters will like really exist in the same space as the environments in them. Even the environments are really nothing special either. Oh yeah, and speaking of tropes, there was this really fat... Oh yeah, that's another thing, guys. When this film was announced all the way back in 2015, 2014, the only advertisement or proof of its existence or like ad that was had out for it was this cat was this giant orange sumo cat with its butt just showing it at the face. At the audience. It's this giant fat sumo cat with his butt hanging out. Yeah, that's not really a good way to promote your film now, is it, Cinecite? Or whoever worked on this film. Yeah, there's a ton of people who have their names attached to this film. There was at least 3 different directors, one of them including Rob Minkoff, director of The Lion King. And there's at least a dozen or less than 10 people, production credits listed at the beginning of this film. When you see this film, you will see a lot of opening logos, because yeah, that's a ton of people worked on this apparently, and they wanted their 8-year compensation. Oh yeah, if you guys see this film in theaters, it's still in theaters as I'm writing this, but it left my local Regal about a couple days ago. The short film in front of this is the Big Nate short. It's about this, and it's really, really fucking bad. It's about this hamster. The 3 Nate and his friends are trying to make this cooking show, but then they get distracted by a hamster, and the hamster gets muscular and it starts giving birth, and it's really fucking disgusting. If you guys see this movie, when this short comes up, walk out of the theater for like 3 or 4 minutes exactly, and then come straight back. You won't miss anything. Please. I did that on my second viewing. So anyways, yeah, like I said, Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. It's a really cute little movie for what it's trying to be, but it really doesn't have much beyond that. Honestly, but that's not to say this movie doesn't have any comedic moments. Like, for example, a moment I thought was funny was when Hank was getting into a fight with Jimbo, his mentor, and on the first day he meets him. Yeah, it's kind of weird to get into a fight, but anyways, he's arguing with Jimbo, and then when he's leaving his hut, he basically slams the door, but instead of the door like breaking or shutting, it just flies straight off, and like it just flies straight off the railing that it's being supported by. And yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, it was a visual gag, but I thought it worked. There really isn't. And here's another moment I found pretty funny. At one point, after when Hank saves the village from Sumo, the orange cat, Ikachu invites him to this nightclub, and he's dancing with all these people who are worshiping him. You know, people are giving him drinks, people are partying with him, these 3 girls kiss him and all that stuff. And yeah, At one point, when Hank isn't looking, Ikachu is likely giving people money at the entrance of this club where Hank was at, and he's saying, "Thank you, thank you for coming, thank you for coming, thank you, bye bye." Yeah, I thought that was pretty. I thought that was really witty, simply because it came out of nowhere. So yeah, in my opinion, this movie isn't really good on visual gags, or no, isn't really good on comedy in terms of like its delivery and characters. Cause yeah, but don't get me wrong, all the actors are really good in this. Like I said, Samuel L. Jackson's good, Michael Cera's good, Michelle Yeoh is like in line for like 5 lines, but I guess she's good. The worst one was probably Ricky Gervais, simply because there's no difference but from when he's acting in his real movies and acting in this movie. So yeah, I thought he was probably the worst one in the movie. His performance got wore thin really, really badly. Oh yeah, and yeah, that's. But on the surface, I didn't really, I didn't enjoy Paws of Fury, but I really did like it at the same time. I mean, I understand that it's a bad movie and it's flopping at the box office because it's just toddler fodder. The trailers made it look like toddler fodder, and at the end of the day, the trailers are kind of right. It is toddler fodder, but but for what it's going for, I didn't really think it was all that bad. Don't get me wrong, this isn't like high. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this isn't exactly like high quality cinema. This isn't like Spider-Verse where you become like a changed person at the end, or even like Pixar. Oh yeah, Pixar also made a new movie this year that I may or may not review. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, Hank Paw the Fury. In conclusion, Hank the Paw the Fury. It's not inherently a good movie. It's not. You probably shouldn't watch it if you like good animated movies in general. But for what it was going for, I really liked it. No, it's my guilty pleasure 2022, and I don't have any shame in saying that. But anyways, yeah, that's about it for my review of Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. What did you guys think of the movie? Did you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy my review? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next review when it comes. Boop!